We continue in River State, where the spat of sea piracy and kidnappings has become a source of fear and anguish for many residents who rely on the waterways for transport and trade. The latest incidents involve the hijacking of a 6-passenger boat along the Port Harcourt Bille sea route. It's an attack that has plunged several families in distress and left many questioning the safety of the region's creeks. News Central's Biola Festus has been tracking the situation and speaking to some of the affected persons. Let's take a look at her report.
Sorry, Selling.
Baby Selling, just 1 year and 4 days old, is restless and unaware of the turmoil surrounding her. Our father, a victim of sea piracy, was kidnapped a day before our first birthday, leaving our family in distress.
That is going to come back.
Sophia, her mother, has been comfortless herself. The whereabouts of her newlywed husband has been unknown for days. Overwhelmed by emotion, Sophia tells me that she has no idea how to cope with her schooling and caring for her toddler all by herself.
I'm just a young girl. We just got married or everything, and it just...
The boat operator who was conveying Sophia's husband and 5 other passengers from Bille to Port Harcourt narrates how the incident unfolded.
I was coming from Bille down to Port Harcourt. So after when I crossed I saw 200 horsepower with armed personnel. They now divert our boat back to the creek where they came out from. They started collecting our phones, our money, all our belongings, then started beating some of us. One elderly woman asked one of the sea pirates that if I'm your mother, is that the way you are going to treat me? So they have that little conscience on her. So they didn't touch her, they didn't collect anything from her.
Bille, the capital of Degema, an island local government area in River State, has only one way in and one way out of the council. And sadly, the singular means of transportation, which is by sea, has become one of no return for many. The story of Sophia is a sad reality that many coastal communities have had to deal with for decades.
Bille, with our wealth, Nigeria is what it is today. But when it comes to us, we are suffering. Our waterways are not safe.
The insecurity situation is one too many, and it's worrisome. When you enter boat to go, there is that apprehension. You are always afraid. That is the level everybody is at now.
These wives, whose husbands were victims of the deteriorating security conditions across Nigeria, look through the windows every day, hoping for the return of their husbands. They call on the government and security operatives to ensure the release of their spouses from their captors.
I was calling his line. His number does not go. So the next thing I heard, they have carried them. Coming from Bille to Port Harcourt is no longer safe.
I don't get anybody, now he be my father, and everything to me. I don't go fit carry him. I get plenty children with them. I don't go fit carry. Mona waka anywhere I want go find I can't give me. Mona find I can't give me.
The uncertainty about the conditions of their husbands is even more troubling as they are yet to be contacted by the abductors.
Up till now, we've not heard from them. They did not even call, no information. Government, please push help us.
Owing to the security challenge on the waterways, these people now have to choose between risking their lives to travel home or remaining in the capital city, Port Harcourt.
My uncle is among those that were kidnapped, so it's not a funny thing. I'm supposed to travel today, but I cannot travel because when you're traveling to your community, you'll be looking at your left and right. You cannot even breathe. You cannot be okay because you're scared. I want to travel, but because of the way the river is, I can't travel because of what is happening in the river.
For those involved in boat transportation, Piracy and kidnapping on the waterways mean bad business for them.
I have lost one of my boats to the sea pirates, which cost me more than 6 million naira. Their operation is getting out of hand, and we want the federal government to do something about it.
Our passengers are no more safe, even the drivers and even on our boat. So as we are going, we only move with fear. We ask God to protect us down to Bille.
Although the state and local government authorities have at various occasions announced the provision of patrol boats on the waterways, those plying them say security is inadequate to guarantee safe travels.
Is it possible for us to go to Bille with you today?
If you want to go to Bille, there must be arrangements, because we cannot take responsibility of people that are just coming, strangers and visitors. So if we have to go to Bille, we have to make arrangements. We have to make arrangements for security.
The brutal truth is that locals in these coastal areas have no choice but to brave the dangers on the waterways, despite the risk of attacks and kidnappings. With no alternative routes or transportation options, they must rely on boats to travel to their destinations, making them vulnerable to the threats that come with it. In Port Harcourt for News Central, Biola Festus.
That was Biola Festus capturing the human toll on these, as a result of these maritime crimes. Now, let's take a step further. There are growing concerns that these attacks are not random, but part of a disturbing shift in criminal tactics. Some freed kidnapped victims say the abductors were illegal crude oil refiners, angry and displaced by a recent security crackdown. Tantita Security Services, contracted to protect Nigeria's oil infrastructure, has reportedly dislodged many such illegal refiners. In retaliation, some of these actors appear to be turning to hostage-taking. Once again, here's Bille Festus with a follow-up report on the growing link between oil bunkering and insecurity in the creeks.
On the 4th of April this year, a passenger boat conveying some 6 persons from Port Harcourt to Bille was hijacked by suspected pirates. In desperation, families of the kidnapped victims cried out for help, urging authorities to enhance security measures on the waterways. 12 days later, the victims were released by their captors, but their freedom was not without a price. A whopping sum of 28 million naira was paid in ransom.
Where they took us, we don't know, nobody. If our brothers and sisters are looking for us, they cannot see us, even 10 years.
About 12 days without food. So we are drinking salt water. No food, beating us, just like that.
Right now, I am very sick. I now have a chest problem because they use the gun head to hit at my chest. It's all over my body.
However, contrary to what was previously believed, the abductors turned out to be a group of illegal crude oil miners and refiners, reportedly venting their anger against the Bille community for allowing Tantita Security Services pipeline surveillance in their domain.
We asked them what is the problem. They said nothing, that they come here to kidnap us, that we don't want them to do bullfire. Bille people don't want them to do bullfire, that we stop bunkering. So they are supposed to benefit from the bunker, but as Bille people went and signed Tantita contract.
So when they took us to their destination, is there they revealed that somebody asked them to come and kidnap me. That I'm the Tantita chairman, head of the Tantita Bille, and I'm the one that taking care of the wallheads from the Bille houses. That I refuse them to do bunkering.
The victims explained that their abductors vowed to disrupt peace in Bille community and its waterways as long as Tantita Security Services continues to crack down on illegal crude oil activities.
Their major problem is the Bille people, because they said Bille people is the ones that scattered their pot that they are using to boil the crude. So Bille people is their targets, that any Bille boat they see, they will finish them. After this our incident, let's say any Bille boat that they see in that river, they will kill both the passengers and the drivers.
The Bille community remains gripped by fear and uncertainty, with residents hesitant to travel to their ancestral homeland due to the ongoing security concerns and threats from the illegal oil refiners. With the revelations by freed kidnapped victims, the onus is now on the government and security operatives to take decisive actions to protect the people of Bille community and address the menace of illegal oil refining, popularly known as fire in the area. In Rivers, for News Central, Biola Festus.
Thank you, Bille, for that critical reporting. It's clear that insecurity in the Niger Delta is evolving, and unless addressed swiftly, both lives and livelihood remain at risk. More to come. Stay with us. We, of course, will be right back.
All right, and then we're informed that we have Biola live now. Biola joins us live. Biola is live. She joins us all the way from the capital of Rivers, Port Harcourt. And we also do have with us one of the abductees, one of the persons who were released from the den of the piracy or the kidnappers, the pirates or the kidnappers that was abducted. Biola, first of all, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you, Judith.
Thank you. And also to our guest, Bille, if you can help us do the honors and introduce our guest.
Okay, we also have joining us one of the freed kidnapped victims. It was part of those that were hijacked on their way from Bille to Port Harcourt on the stance that they allowed Tantita Security Services to monitor activities of illegal bunkers.
Well, I mean, I must say well done on stellar reporting that you did and just going behind the scenes and seeing this to the end. And let me also start by speaking to the gentleman. We are so thankful that you're joining us in spite of such a traumatic experience that you went through, and would like to hear from you. Please share your experience with us, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Biola by name. I'm working in Tantita. So on the 4th of last month, they kidnapped us. When we are coming to Port Harcourt, as we cross the New Calabar River, they preempt us, point us gun, and carry us to a creek. They blindfold us. Where we find ourselves is inside creek. They begin maltreat us, beat us, hitting us gun and all the rest. What they normally said, they said, somebody give me my picture and send my data to them to kill me. That I'm the head of the Tantita Security Bille, that I'm the one that taking care of the wellheads, and I refuse them to use them for bunkering activities, that they should kill me. But they've collected money from them, and they will also collect money from me. But if not be God, they could have killed me. But they will not kill me. But whichever way I will do, I will try and make sure that I reach out to the people, that they are hungry. If we didn't allow them to do bunkering, they will attack the Tantita Security Services that are working on the river with the gunboat. And now they are doing badging on our territory, that they are not carried along, and the company are using gunboats to secure the badges and the vessels, that they are going to attack those people, but they are preparing for them. So they begin beat up, maltreat us, no food for us to eat. Finally, they collected 28 million naira from us before releasing us. That's what happened.
You said that they collected a ransom payment of about 28 million naira, you know, before you were released. I mean, the exchange, how did it happen? Where were you eventually dropped off?
They dropped us close to Okreka. The name is Dodge Island. That's Okreka territory.
All right. Thank you for that, Mr. Abel. Let me come to you, Biola. I mean, very fantastic report, pretty much detailed, looking at it particularly from the human angle perspective. What do you, Biola, consider an urgent solution to this problem? What do the people need? A practical solution from what you've observed.
So have been following up this report and have been covering the waterways in River State for a very long time now, for nothing less than 7 years. And I can tell you that it's been on the increase lately. I've never seen it this much. Currently in River State, there's not a week, in recent times, there's not a week that passes by that you do not hear one incident or the other on the waterways. It's either someone is being kidnapped or a boat is being hijacked, stolen, maybe for commercial purposes on the waterway. Now, this situation right here is not the one that we are looking for the cause. There are already indications. There's already a pointer to where it's coming from or to the possible cause of this recent attack on the waterways. The people, I have been following up the story. I went to their homes, I went to their houses, I sought to speak with them, and they told me what it was. It is very clear here. These people who were once oil bunkers, they call it fire, they call it oil bunkery around here. They are angry. Why? Security operatives that were contracted to secure these pipelines have dislodged them. They now have no business. They now have nothing to resort to, according to them. So now they are taking out the anger on residents of this community. I mean, some of these people that were kidnapped told me off camera that they have the capacity to take on these bunkers, but they are just being civil. In fact, one of them told me that if the government will not come to their rescue, they will take up arms and fight these bunkers who have vowed not to let their community in peace for as long as the community's pipelines are being surveyed by Tantita Security Services. Now, we now know where the problem is coming from. The onus is now on the government to rise to the occasion. I mean, some days ago, member representing Bille Federal Constituency, Honorable Cyril Hart, was on the airways saying he condemns the insecurity on the waterways, but it's not enough condemning it. Actions need to be taken. He is their rep. What has he done? Has he taken a step further to contain this insecurity? I covered these people. I talked to these people. I went to their homes. I saw the grief in their eyes. I felt their pains. I know how many times I've had to stop within interviews to tell these women, sorry, it will be okay. They wept while they spoke to me. So I could feel their pulse. I could see what they went through. And now we have some 7 WAEC candidates abducted in the kidnappers' den right now.
7 WAEC candidates. Sorry, you said 7 WAEC candidates.
Yes.
That's sad.
These are just teenagers. So you imagine what their families will be going through right now.
Right.
These people that
I mean, it's a crucial nerve, right, between both communities, and whether it's, transporting goods and services or getting back home or going to the main town, the community is affected. And this is a multi-layer threat, right? Piracy, oil pollution, and now kidnapping, to the point where teenagers, which is where I draw the line, is now involved, and they're just going to education. How are they coping with this multi-layered threat? How are they managing their lives? Are they able to get to work and get to go to school and do all those things that should be normal for every day?
Now, this local government area, other way out than by boat. So you have to come through water. It's their own situation is even some sort of critical, unlike Bonny. Yes, Bonny is also an island, but you could go to Bonny through a chopper, or you could fly to Bonny. But in Bille, the only way is by boat. So they have braved these dangers to get to their communities. And this resurgence in piracy attack is becoming a thorn in their flesh.
All right, Biola, I mean, just before you go, I mean, you said that the people, from your interaction and investigation with people on ground, residents there, you said some of them said they can even take on these bunkers. So my question to you is this, I mean, from what you have observed and your interactions, how sophisticated in terms of weaponry, you know, are these bunkers?
Well, I wouldn't know because I've not encountered them before. Yeah. But those people that released, when I spoke to them, they said they had weapons on them, they had rifles. And I don't know the sophistication level of those weapons.
Maybe I should direct the question also to Mr. Abel. And I mean, you work with Tantita, that's a top-tier security firm. What do you suggest from what you've observed? I mean, you were kidnapped and all, as a practical solution from a security perspective.
And given that you were part of the head of part of security at Tantita as well.
Yeah.
What I experience, and my experience goes like this: if we can engage, like the trunk line, because they engage the community and the security, we are doing the right thing. They couldn't get access to the trunk line. Now, in terms of security in the community, the Marine Police, the Navy, and the Army are there. But they are not securing the life and property. They only secure the oil facilities that they ask them to come and secure. So what I need is they call on, the security people should call on the community, the army, and the DSM, which is joint task force, for us to, that is the local security, either vigilante or whatever name to call, for them to mix up with the security, because we know the cliques where they are. If only the military can go, they might not get them. But if they use the local security, we can support them and locate them. So since they are giving a job to Tantita, billions of naira to secure the trunk line, if also they collaborate with the communities, and at least from the federal to the state, can able to join hand and finance us, we can fight these people and this problem will solve.
All right.
All right. I mean, I must say thank you so much, Mr. Abel. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate you for doing this with us and for sharing your story with us. And we are so thankful that you're out and alive and free. And also our hearts go out to your family as well. And also thank you to Biola Festus, our correspondent live from Rivers State, Port Harcourt, for just giving us and sharing that report and just going behind the details and bringing this critical story. I must say thank you for all of your hard work.